Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. Let me know where y'all from. If you rocking with Young Dolph, go ahead, throw the Dolph emojis in the comment section, man. The feds just opened up a massive RICO on the Young Dolph case because they know that after the trial happened and they locked up Justin Johnson, he's still been cooperating and talking to the feds so that he could try to get parole or some type of appeal. And basically, he's been mentioning Yo Gotti's name, Moneybagg Yo's name, and Black Youngster's name, along with Govan Hernandez, and a lot of things about Big Jook, because you got to realize since Big Jook, which is Yo Gotti's brother, is gone now, a lot of people is putting the blame on him to try to get out of their own little situation. So this is why Justin Johnson has basically has sat down in the interrogation room, and there's a whole entire 3-page report about Yo Gotti, his brother, Govan, and all the stuff that they've been planning and plotting, and how they had allegedly put the money up for Young Dolph and everything like that. And so now they're looking into it because this is a breaking news major event that happened, because this is a key thing in the Dolph case. Once they open up this RICO, they're going to have to look into where the bread came from and everything like that. So Grove Hero already mentioned about how they tried to put 40,000 on his head, and they found out somebody had got the receipt saying Big Jook had took it out. He got it wired from Yo Gotti. So they're going to follow the paper trail and basically get down to the bottom of the head honchos of who's been sending the hits and who really has something to do with setting up Young Dolph. The feds always knew that the last people Young Dolph beefed with was most likely going to be the people that actually set him up and had something to do with his downfall and his demise, because there was a lot of animosity and hate coming from Young Dolph's ops. Yo Gotti and them, they didn't like Young Dolph because he was more successful than them, and they were jealous because Young Dolph had hooked up with Yo Gotti's baby mama and he was rapping about it. And basically, since Young Dolph became the king of Memphis, Yo Gotti really wanted to have that same popularity. He wanted to have that title. So this is why he never got along with Young Dolph, because he tried to basically give Dolph a lowball offer when he tried to sign him to CMG. And Young Dolph is a real businessman, so he didn't take his offer. He knew he was going to make way more money without Yo Gotti and that he didn't need his help at all. And so this is when Yo Gotti tried to basically, he was mad that Dolph was so big and had so much bread on his own that he didn't need a handout from Yo Gotti. So this is why sometimes a lot of people get mad and hate you, because you don't want to actually join with them and stuff and have them control you and everything. Yo Gotti wanted to have Dolph under his wing and make all this bread off of Dolph and tell Dolph what to do and basically control him to a way where he's always going to make Yo Gotti's always going to make himself look better and always give himself the better opportunities. But with Young Dolph, he was going to try to put him in a position, put him in a situation where he can't grow out of this. And Dolph told him to his face, he said he don't want to end up like Starlito and all his other artists, because Yo Gotti threw his other artists under the bus to try to get Dolph to join with his team. And this is when Dolph really started to see the hate coming. He knew early on that Yo Gotti was going to end up turning into a hater that was trying to get in his way. And so this is when Dolph started moving a certain type of way to basically, he was showing Daddy-O and how he started PRE. He was really showing the whole Memphis how he was going to do everything through his own PRE, and that's why he linked up with Gucci Mane and everything. Y'all remember Gucci Mane had a lot of beef with Yo Gotti, and so you got to remember that Dolph really had Rollo and Gucci Mane on his side the whole entire time. And basically, these two dudes, they still doing big today and everything like that. And so Dolph was supposed to be with them doing a whole nother label, doing a whole lot of other businesses. And once Yo Gotti found out about that, he was quick to try to get Dolph taken out in the streets, because he was hypnotized by the hate. Everywhere Dolph went, everywhere Black Youngster and Yo Gotti went, all they could hear was Dolph music. Their family was playing Dolph, and they had to quickly turn it off when Yo Gotti walked in the room. And basically, it was a situation where Yo Gotti and Black Youngster came home and they heard one of their cousins playing Young Dolph music. And when they walked up in the kitchen, they had cut it off quick and they didn't know who it was. So Yo Gotti pretty much, he turned the lights out and held everybody hostage in the room and basically told them, you got to let me know who played Young Dolph. Who was it? And he was basically so mad and hypnotized by the hate that he ruined his whole entire family's birthday party and everything. So y'all have to realize that them setting up Dolph, a lot of people have seen it coming from a mile away. And so this is why the feds are looking into it, because Justin Johnson is trying to cooperate with the feds in Shelby County, and he's trying to get out of his life sentence. And so the only way he's going to do that is he's going to have to tell on Yo Gotti and throw him under the bus of what him and his brother had did. And Govan Hernandez, he's in a situation too, because they let him out on the ankle monitor. And now that Justin Johnson gave up a lot of incriminating info about him, he might have to come back out and say something about how Yo Gotti planned all this or something to get himself out of getting more charges, because they keep finding out more and more details as they pile on the 25 to life and all these different charges that they had put on them. Basically, they will not be able to beat this case. And the only way that they'll be able to get out early is if they get Yo Gotti to pretty much fess up and get him all in this, because you got to understand, this is all karma from them trying to hate on Dolph. So you got to remember that they got caught red-handed, and this is the reason why the feds are looking at it like, okay, if Justin Johnson and you know, all the people like Govan and all the people that took the stand, and Devin Burns and Cornelia Smith, if all of them are pointing fingers at Yo Gotti, eventually they're going to go and capture Yo Gotti. So this is why Yo Gotti has been basically not popping out recently. You haven't seen him too many places. He stopped going to Glorilla's concerts. He stopped going to shows with Big Boogie and Moneybagg Yo. And basically, you can't even book Yo Gotti right now. You can't even book Yo Gotti for New Year's or anything like that. And it's because he knows that the feds are about to make a move on him. And allegedly, they're going to try to get him for the whole entire Young Dolph setup, like as if he's the mastermind. And this is why it has turned into a RICO, because he messed up and he sent the CMG funds to Big Jook to put the hit on for Young Dolph, and he sent that same money to the dudes that got caught up, which is the shooters, Justin Johnson and Cornelia Smith. Now they said that they were supposed to get $40,000 apiece or whatever, and they didn't even get nothing near that. They got a fraction of it. They ended up finessing them, and they scanned whatever they did. They only sent them $800 each. And this is the main reason why they're going to tell on everybody, because when you got somebody that's supposed to take the fall and you don't live up to the expectations, like they went and they did what they were told to do. Yo Gotti and Govan and Big Jook asked them to go and take out Dolph allegedly. Now they went and did that, did all the risks, they got caught, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, they thought that they were supposed to get that 40,000, that 50,000, and split it amongst themselves, because they had put the word on the street is they put $100,000 on Dolph's head, and Govan Hernandez kept like, you know, over half of that. And so basically, Yo Gotti has sent it to Big Jook, is what they're saying it happened. A lot of people think that Yo Gotti used the CMG money to send it to his brother Big Jook, who mainly does all the dirty work for him. Then Big Jook may have allegedly had Govan Hernandez or whoever else try to get the dudes from the streets and put them on to this play. And basically, the fact that they didn't send them the money after they did the job is the reason why that this whole thing is going to turn into the RICO, and that this is really how Yo Gotti is going to get taken down, is because the henchmen that he used to do this, they're going to turn against him because he didn't even pay him right. And so this is why all these dudes, they not smart. They should have realized that they should have never played with Young Dolph's name or anything to do with setting him up. And now that they have to, the karma and the repercussions of the actions that they have to pretty much endure these consequences. So at the end of the day, man, RIP to Dolph. Let me know where y'all from and what y'all think about this whole thing. And I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.